Wow, you're consistent timeline.
Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL Jedi Show. This is Gameweek 26 preview. My name is Hafiz and I would like to welcome my co-host definitely Azmin to the stream. How are you?
I'm good. This second double game week, fortunately, is not as long as the previous double game week, but and it's the game is tonight, isn't it? So yeah,
Yep.
hopefully I'll wake up tomorrow morning to a good result for Liverpool first, FPL second. Okay, so I have Emery, but screw Emery. I want Liverpool to win. Yeah.
All right, that's how complicated it is when we want to like
That's
adapt
right.
this FPL with the real life. But this is the situation because I did watch FPL via yesterday, which Price is a Manchester United fan, but he has slot in his team, so it means that what is how frustrating it. I'm a Manchester United fan, but I'm rooting for Liverpool to win because I have slot in my team. So as uh, as scenario as that can happen when this playing this AM chip. But I think we were going to discuss in details because this
Yes.
AM chip is what is the talking point for this week, because there are two scenario like us. I have slot and you have Emery because you have David Moyes in game week 24, and most likely people are moving to a different manager, so-called because we want to chase the upside, but there
Yeah.
is not like a clear path
Mm.
which manager that we should look at, but we will definitely touch on that and see if let's say we can give some pointer or advice to managers who are looking at what they should do with their chips. Also, we're going to address, I think, certain managers who still have Gakpo in their team. What should they do regards to that? And also Ahmad, because I think some of manager. Do you have my Ahmad still? I mean, I'm
No,
not
I
sure.
just
You,
I
you already
pulled him
moved.
up.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, but there are some media who still holding to Ahmad. So, what kind of replacement that people should look at? I think we can advise. I think maybe the East is clear in terms of where you should go. But we will discuss on that. And
Yeah, the Ahmad thing. I just want to say that is another thing where I've been lucky to have transferred them before they got the injuries. So anyway, carry on.
Yeah. So basically, we didn't expect that Ahmad gonna out for this season that we know now, and I think it's not mentioned in the press conference from Amrin. So I don't think people are got of that definitely. But we hope that your bench can cover that. But if your scenario you have Gakpo and you're expecting Ahmad to come in, so it would not be. Because Gakpo is definitely out for this tonight game, right? Against Aston Villa, right, mate?
Yeah, he's definitely out. It's bad luck for those who hope that he would come in, but nah. I mean, he's not coming in. That's confirmed.
Yeah. All right. So I think let's jump into the. We take a look at our team main. Before the Aston Villa and Liverpool game tonight. So there is one match left. As for my team, I scored 60 points. The average point so far is 48 points. So there is slight green arrow for me and for you. They've also made. And at least the green arrow keep coming into my path, which is I would definitely welcome. But it could easily be better because we know we discussed during the last week deadline stream. I was contemplating whether to take out Isaac, which is highly owned now, for Watkins, who has double game week in 25, and I could actually upgrade Enzo to Dango. And you can imagine if I did that move, I could easily like maybe 13 points up right now, because Watkins did score a goal and 2 bonus points. I thought 3 bonus points because they already revising it where 3 bonus points went to Rashford, not no more to Watkins, because Watkins have now 8 points, and Utara or Dango got that 7 points against Southampton. And you can see that I sat with 2-pointer blank against Man City. And Enzo, Chelsea, continue to disappoint. At one stage, I got 3 Chelsea player. Jackson already out. He has also been disappointing. And Enzo dropping price now to 4.7 and got yellow carded against Brighton. So only 1 pointer there for my team. But other than that, maybe I will definitely welcome TA and also Gabriel producing that clean sheet. TA owner lucky got that 6 point because he been sub off early just before that goal from Cunha. But Liverpool still won that 2-1 against Wolves. Forest lost to Fulham 2-1, but Sels has been making some important save. So you can see that he produced that 3 points. Then both of us have Sels in goal. Mbomo continue to disappoint, but this week he has an excellent fixture away to Leicester. Salah being Salah, he got that goal. And everyone had captain him. Palmer blank again. Rodgers, I know this feeling. Rodgers, when you think he's gonna produce point, he's definitely going to frustrate you. Despite he has some opportunity, I can consider against Ipswich, but Villa only managed to got a draw against Ipswich 1-1. And and Wood, we only one shot from that match against Fulham and got that 1 goal and 3 bonus point. So Wood owner would definitely be happy. I'll be happy. But there is one more game. Hopefully, Liverpool gonna win that because I have Slot in my team. He got that 8-pointer. No clean sheet, so that's why. If not, maybe extra 2 bonus point. But it is what it is. 60 points. And hope tonight will be great for my team. So your comment, Min?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm just coming back to your thing about Slot here. So assistant manager, 8 points. I guess that's the lowest that you can get for a AM win. Yeah, because you've got 6 points for the win and 2 points for a goal. 2 points for the goal, but then you lose the clean sheet, which we're giving you time. Because if you had 1-1-0, you would have gotten 9 points.
Yeah.
So this is probably the best you can get. The lowest score that you will get. Yeah.
Agree.
A bit, but that's the price you pay for security, and you get the points. Yeah, because we can talk about manager later. But other than that, the TA subbing out was quite fortunate because I had the same thing as well. No real changes. I guess the biggest disappointment right now and another performance for that we need to really take a look at is Cole Palmer. Is he really worth the value that the price that we are paying for him now, given the Chelsea team seem to be in a constant state of turmoil, and you've got players like Isaac. I made a stats history of the past 6 games of who scored FPL points, and Palmer is really low. It's like in the 20 plus, but there are 20 plus people above him who are scoring more better. And the difference between the top scorers, like Salah and Isaac and Palmer is about 20 points difference. Mm-hmm. So it's something that we should consider if in terms of do we need to move him on. But I'm just happy that you still managed to get that green arrow, and with 4 players to go, 4 4. Yeah, you have 4 players to go. So it's really a case of holding on, but Salah is not a factor, I guess. So you're really looking at Slot, TAA, and Rogers to help you through. Yeah, so it is really 3 players with majority of us captaining Salah anyway.
Yeah. Let's go to your team in. You scored slightly lower, 59, just only 1 point bezel. But the most important thing, 150 points more than me. So that's why your rank is now 162k to 144k. Talk to me about your team in.
Right. Okay. So Sal, same like you. Robinson, same like you. TA, same like you. So Gabriel, a clean sheet. Arsenal, reliable enough to constantly get that clean sheet. I guess the people who scored weren't the popular FPL picks for now, but I think that's going to change because there's heat up. Then Rogers, Salah, Palmer is the same. So I had Kluivert, who got an assist. So I guess I'm okay. Although,
at least he actually played that game, man. There's possibility because of
the baby issue. Was so funny. But I guess my biggest disappointment since last week has been Szoboszlai. So who, despite winning and playing most of the minutes as well. And I brought him in over Gakpo. One of the main reasons was over Gakpo or Diaz. One of the main reasons is minutes. Yeah, because I was more confident of Szoboszlai playing minutes, and I thought that Liverpool would be able to score through the middle, and that didn't happen. Not for Szoboszlai anyway.
One more chance against Villa. You still have one more chance.
And Diaz suddenly scored, So
yeah,
he's suddenly back, and then it makes people question, especially those who are Gakpo. What's the situation there? You got to figure that out as well now. So other than that, Cunha, who is the main person responsible for turning my red arrow into a green one, and he worked so well with TAA, waiting for TAA to get subbed off before proceeding to score his goal. And what's maniacal about it all is that he also ended up with all 3 bonus points, despite Salah scoring and Diaz scoring, but he's the one who ended up, which is
Diaz and Cunha got equal 3 bonus points.
Diaz got 3 as well. Okay.
Yes. So Diaz 3 and Cunha managed to get the 3 points and another point from Salah.
So but because Diaz was no longer a popular pick anymore, it's no longer a popular pick. So Cunha also not currently hot at the top. Enabled me to jump up in the ranks. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. Isaac is a disappointment, and I take responsibility a bit, Hafiz, because I did try to talk you off selling Isaac for Watkins because of City's problems in defense, only for City to suddenly the clean sheet pula.
So Guardiola 6 point dekat bawah tu.
Yeah, so that incredible 6 point, but of course, I do look at that as a blip by Newcastle. I don't expect them to suddenly collapse after this, but we'll see.
We'll see. This week will be an important one because Newcastle face Forest. It's like
so in terms of so in terms of the bench, Pedro. So I did debate whether or not to put Pedro or Cunha because Brighton against Chelsea after they won against the FA Cup, it's definitely going to have a chance. But in the end, I went for Cunha because I was more confident with Cunha's all-round ability despite against Liverpool. And luckily enough, it was the right decision, having seen Pedro benched once again, and he's no longer seems to be a clear starter. Nouri, I was never going to put in the game against Liverpool, but Guardiola kept a clean sheet, which I totally didn't expect. So yeah, and Emery, I guess Emery is the biggest disappointment because even though it was a double game, you would want his points, more of his points to come against the first game, which is against Ipswich. Although frankly speaking, I was really not confident about it in the first place because Ipswich do have this tendency to randomly upset the teams, upset the popular theory. So yeah, and of course D-Lab is the one who scored as well. I guess over here the biggest disappointment is Emery because I really don't expect him to get anything for this week. I don't want him anyway to get anything tonight.
So if let's say we compare to our team, Cunha 9-pointer, you equal that Wood 9-pointer. So you just balance off that. You have Clivert, but you have Emery, and people who have slot got that 3 or 4 points over. So it's like offsetting each other. But I think I saw people comparing now 2 weeks double game week, people going slot for 2 weeks, and Moyes plus Emery. So I think it's like Emery has or whoever like yourself from Moyes to Emery, it's like 2 points more now, and coming to
Slot.
this the Emery Moyes combo. I think you have 2 extra points.
Has 2 points more. Okay.
Yes. So means that tonight game we shall see if Slot win that game. So I guess maybe Slot looking at a better option. But let's say you just never know in the football. Say Villa managed to get a draw or even a win, then Emery Moyes combo clearly the winner. So I think we shall see tonight.
Yeah. Not Slot will win. Sorry.
Okay. We shall see.
I'm not expecting. Right now. My expectation is for my Liverpool trio to be the one to score all the goals, and hopefully with Soboslai is involved this time. Yeah, so that it will help me to secure that green arrow. Yeah, but because the only other way I'll secure a green arrow is if Villa actually win. Yeah, which I'm not keen to happen. To want happen.
All right. Quickly to Afosz team, he last minute couldn't make it to our stream, but I just want to read out his team. He's got 58 points, and his rank is now at 41k, and you can see his team slightly different, but he has the same strategy in terms of AM chip. He goes Moyes, then this week Emery. Other than that, in defense, he has Pickford in goal. He got 3 points, but I think Pickford choice is looking at the horizon up to game week 29. Later we touch on blank game week. But Pickford is just good. Everton on form, as you can see this week. People don't expect he win away to Crystal Palace 2-1.
Yeah.
Beto scored again. So now suddenly, if you have some Everton player, you could easily play him this week against Manchester United. But we touch on that later. Munoz, 1 pointer. Not much different in terms of he has Gabriel T.A. He has Salah, Rogers, Palmer. He has Dango or Utara, 7 points. Maybe now you can easily go to any both midfielder, because last week Semenyo, Clivert, Utara did return. Okay, he has still Wood. He have Isaac, but he has Gakpo. He trusted because he's already triple up in Liverpool players. So who will come in for Gakpo? We can see there Bruno Fernandes, because Afosz still have him, and 2-pointer coming from him. I think he'll take 2-pointer then 0. So how about Afosz team?
Yeah, I guess the bad luck is Gakpo lah. But Gakpo with Bruno Fernandes comes in, he gets an additional 2 points. Like me, he's got Emery, so but he doesn't have the ethical dilemma on his side, so he's fine with it. Yeah. But as a result, without Gakpo, he's down by 1 player. Yeah. So it's not as great. Yeah, his position is he had a slight rank rise, but he's not in the best of positions. Yeah, to be fair, mainly because of the Gakpo issue.
Yeah, so Gakpo is someone that we shall share what our thought will be in terms of replacement, because Gakpo will be out this week, and we are not sure whether he will be fit for Man City. But if he is, we're still unsure what his meaning. But we have to wait for that presser from Slot during the weekend. So just take a quick look in terms of what happened in Gameweek 25. At least so far, there's some new faces coming in for our attention or our radar, especially here, the Man City assets, who expect to win 4-0 against Newcastle, because we thought Man City going to concede anyway against Newcastle. Maybe to an extent Newcastle could win this game, but it's not. Man City win in style, and Mr. Omar Marmoush suddenly coming into frame. 3 bonus points, 17 points from the Egyptian striker alongside Edison, who kept a clean sheet and an assist. And I think some bonus point definitely. So it's definitely 11 points from Edison. Me might not want to go there, but well, he scored at 11 points. We knows that Edison can actually produce some assists out of nowhere. Who else here that we want to mention? Luis Diaz, you already mentioned, 13-pointer there. Brighton assets Minte this week with 2 goals against Chelsea, 50 points. He could be an option if looking at this week because they're facing Southampton. What else here? Cunha here, 9-pointer, but he could be easily Watkins, depending on what happened during this weekend. Moreno, 13-pointer, 2 goals, a brace against Leicester. But I think another highlight from Arsenal is Nwaneri. We discussed during the deadline. I did not go for him. Didn't take that Brian advice, and he scored 9 points and assists and 3 bonus points. Not Moreno, 3 bonus points. Nwaneri got the 3 bonus points. Moreno only 2 bonus points. Bournemouth midfield, another suspect here, another contender. So Christie, 13 points if you interested. He got that goal and assist, if I'm right. In defense, Spence, Basie, Collins with 9 and 8-pointer from them, but I'm not sure whether we're going there. So what's the highlight mean, do you think? Mr. Mamush, I suppose?
Firstly, I want to know just how many Bournemouth midfielders are we supposed to figure out, you know? so, I mean, it's really annoying, and you know, it's makes it frustrating, you know, in terms of for as an FPL manager, because that means that it's going to be distributed throughout. So it's really, you know, hopefully we're getting the right player for the right run. So it's a problem when Bournemouth are free scoring, but everyone's taking turns. And although, to be fair, I don't expect Christie to be this consistent, you know, as the captain. But we didn't think that. Not too long ago, we didn't think Kluivert would be this consistent, or even Dango, who wasn't even in the first team from the start of the season. He wasn't even there. He was just, you know, so it's a pain, I guess, for Bournemouth players. Now, for moving on, you got Alcaraz, who is another Everton player who is finding his form. This guy is on loan, I think, from Brazil. I can't remember which team it was. Yeah, but it's funny because just like last week, you know, again, it's not the popular picks who are getting the points, you know, because last week was Beto, barely owned. And now, for those of us who still have any Everton players, you missed the mark. Alcaraz will enjoy. Yeah, it's just too bad, lah. For Marino is an interesting prospect because he's obviously not a attacker in that sense normally when he was brought in, but it was interesting that Arteta's comments that when he came in, it was for him to do some, you know, try to score goals, which he promptly did. So it's something to think about. But then, you know, will he start? And will he continue that role? Because he can. But it'd be interesting to see whether we want to. Yeah, given Arsenal will still be involved in the Champions League later on. So, and we do know that the squad is a bit stretched. So it's a question of whether or not we want to go there yet. Diaz that we mentioned earlier, so annoying. So I guess what's left is to talk about Mahmoud. You know, and I think that he is a genuine option now. And was it your comments the other day on how it's like Haaland is being used as a target man? Rather, I can't remember what it was. Yeah. So not Haaland is being used as the distraction. I think it was Raka FPL who told me to this. Yeah. It's more of a distraction, and which allowing Mahmoud to score. So it's great for City, not so great for us to look at picking up Haaland. Yeah, and given the Marmoush price is less than half of Haaland, it just it makes it even harder to even justify looking at going to Haaland now. So yeah, but yeah, definitely we need to look at the possible options. Maybe not this week, but I know for what you told me, transfers wise, Marmoush has already been brought in by many. Yeah,
Yeah,
but against
it's most the transfer in so far.
yeah, the plus point is that well, Liverpool haven't played their midweek yet, so it might impact them. Manchester City have. Yeah, so we'll see.
Interesting, because he's now could be an option if, let's say, you're looking at Gakpo. We already jump into that conversation because Gakpo is some.
Yeah, I guess the thing is, City also play tonight, and their match arguably is even more tougher than Liverpool's. So against Real Madrid. So that's why for those of us who haven't jumped into Marmoush, we should wait. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Interesting, because people like us, FPL managers, we want options. So then we decide which one is the best to jump in. Say you're looking at Gakpo, I think some of the candidates could be in this team of the week. Marmoush and Cunha, who's pricing lower than Gakpo.
Yeah, and I didn't talk about Cunha because I already have him. But yeah, Cunha is definitely a legit option for us to look at for those who need to sell off Gakpo, definitely.
I agree with that. Other than that, anything else means that fixture result from game week 25 that maybe
I mean, game week 25, I guess, I just want to mention Ipswich, they clearly one of the promoted teams who are not going to go off silently into the night. They're going to continue to put up a fight. Because compared to Leicester and Southampton, they look like they try very hard, but they just can't get the result. Leicester looked doomed, to be fair, although they did get that result against, I think it was Southampton, but then just
they win against Spurs.
Spurs. Yeah.
But they could easily get a result against Arsenal. I think the last 10 minutes, right, the Marino scored. So
yes, it was 0-0 all the way, and but that the lack of attacking, I think all romance aside, Vardy's that's it's already that's it for him, really, and they don't have enough of a strong strike force to be able to sustain. They didn't do much in the transfer. The activity in the transfer window hasn't done much to improve their spirits, but so disappointing. The other result that I want to talk about, of course, is Brighton-Chelsea. So we know that Brighton are always capable of getting these results. While at the same, but they're still that topsy-turvy team after getting trashed 7-0 to
Forest.
Yeah, now they did well against Chelsea. So it just makes it a bit hard. And just now we mentioned there's Minte there. Is he a viable option? He's not expensive. Yeah. So he could be. Yeah. But yeah, the inconsistency worries me. But more importantly,
5 million.
Yeah, so cheap. Million. Yeah, so maybe it's worth taking a punt. It's cheaper than the Bournemouth options. Except cheaper than Clever. Maybe not Dango. Dango is about the same price. Yeah, but of course, what's more important about that result is that Chelsea thing. What is going on, and is Palmer worth the investment now? Yeah, given other options are doing far better.
I just want to touch talking about AMG, because this week, if you go to the single game week, the Brighton manager and Fulham Marco Silva, who managed to win against Forest, they got like 18-20 points, if I'm right. So we might not go there because they only play single game week. But if they say this kind of situation can happen, so easily that chip can be. But since we talk about that, let's jump on the AM chip. Maybe that's
yes. Yeah, because Herzler scored even more than Marco Silva. It was also, he got that table bonus as well. So let's talk.
Right. Let's talk because this is what that people are talking about this week. I saw a lot of content creators talking in detail, so I take some input from there, and that's really the Gameweek 26 table bonus scenario that people are looking at. So here are the fixture in Gameweek 26 that potentially have table bonus, and you can see the league table on the right side. Do take note that Liverpool versus Aston Villa will play tonight, and if let's say Villa it might not happen, but if let's say Villa win against Liverpool, suddenly the fixture for Crystal Palace especially could be a bonus point thing. If I'm right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crystal Palace against Fulham. So I think that's where the scenario is. If they say that happen, yeah.
So but Villa cannot win lah for Crystal Palace.
Yes. Villa cannot win. Okay.
Yeah.
So which probably might happen. Okay, that could be the scenario. So these are the fixture that table bonus could offer. Leicester versus Brentford, we know that because Leicester sitting at 19th. Arsenal West Ham, you can go for West Ham team. Wolves away to Bournemouth, Palace to Fulham, Ipswich to Spurs, Southampton versus Brighton. So clearly, if let's say we talk about the promoted team, Leicester and Southampton, Azmin did touch, maybe they are not the team that you should target because they are look doomed, but Ipswich could be an opportunity, but they are playing with resurgent Spurs player coming back. Wolves away Bournemouth, we know Bournemouth are really on form right now. They are unbeaten for quite some time now. West Ham, can we trust West Ham away to Arsenal despite Arsenal have injuries? And people talk about Palace could be the fixture that people can target to switch whether Slot or Emery. But it's Fulham at home, so there is no clear winner there. But maybe, Min, what your opinion on this?
Yeah, I mean the Leicester Brentford is just. I mean we got right. We haven't got to that section yet, but one of the things that we're looking at is in terms of captaincy, and we're looking at Captain Brentford Buemo for crying out loud. So what does that say about Leicester as an option for AM? You know, it makes it hard. So Arsenal versus West Ham is always interesting. But Graham Potter did. He lost right last game. And it's a question. It's a question. Yeah, and it was at home. So can they find a way? I do have some props for Graham Potter though, but sometimes it's just the limitation of his squad, even despite Arsenal's injuries. I think that Wolves have one of the better chances in terms of getting that table bonus. I do feel that Vitor Pereira has really started to really make it more permanent, and especially with the players that he's brought in. Obviously they lost against Liverpool, but we saw in that second half how they took the game to Liverpool. And while first half was all Liverpool, second half was all Wolves. So we had Liverpool holding on to get that point. So definitely, I feel that's the best one. Crystal Palace, Fulham, it really is anyone's game. Both London teams and both are under managers who are doing well. Arguably, Crystal Palace are recovery day. Exactly 5 ranks, right? Yeah, exactly 5. But question is Eze fit, for example? I think Crystal Palace have a few issues that we need to look at before we, and if without people like Eze, it's hard for me to imagine playing to them getting a win against Fulham. Although a draw, to be fair, already gives nicely, to compared to a safe pick, which results in a win. It's actually might score equal or even more. Ipswich Spurs, that's the romance of it all. But the thing with Ipswich Spurs is that both teams are in the bottom half of the table compared to every other option here. Leicester Brentford are at the bottom half, but we know where that is. But Ipswich Spurs are the only matchup that's at both teams are at the bottom half of the table. So the Ipswich I mentioned just now, they not going to give up without a fight. But Spurs have players coming back from injury, so it's a case of seeing whether that's going to be the more and more of them come back, the better players come back. And finally, Southampton versus Brighton. It's probably the most unpredictable match. I still see Brighton winning, but it could be a crazy.
A 3-1.
It might be a crazy game. Yeah. So one thing when it comes to looking at the table bonus, I found myself doing ever since they released the info on it, is that I've always felt that going for the table bonus, your best option is to go for teams playing at home if you're going to try to get this table bonus. Yeah. But at the moment, there's no straightforward
It's the promoter side only
option there. Yeah. Leicester, Ipswich, and Southampton. It's just, they just teasing us. Yes, we all have table bonus options. Take one of us, and it's hard for us to do that.
It's no clear winner.
But to be fair, I'm really looking at that Ipswich match to see, but it depends on the Spurs injury situation, because Spurs are a good side. I can't pick Vitor Pereira because I'm still maxed out on most players. Otherwise, I would go, because I have a thing for Wolves and I would have gone. But then I've got Jose Sa sitting on my bench, twiddling his thumb. So I can't see myself doing 2 transfers to sell Sa and bring in, and to bring in.
Let's take a look at some market stats. If let's say that could sway our decision, because I think that right now, I think I heard a few stream already from FPL Wire chasing Green Arrow from Gianni, also Big Man Bakar just now. All go look at picking Palace has the highest probability to get table bonus away to Fulham, despite a fixture that is not really easy, because Fulham have been good at home, but Fulham have some results at home which they lost. So there's positive, and Palace away form are also decent, and they could possibly the best fixture if you want to maybe hit the dependable in terms of getting point. Palace you trust more, and maybe Wolves to an extent, but they are playing Bournemouth. If Wolves play something like Brentford or Brighton, I think we are more confidence picking that Wolves manager. But it's Bournemouth who are at the top 6 right now, and they have been decent. So that's I think that's the only thing.
Yeah, Bournemouth, amazing, right? They're actually at number 5. Wow.
No,
I didn't realize they're that high. Wow. That's really impressive. Credit to the manager.
Quick stats that I gathered from Fantasy Football Scout. You can see on the right side is percentage chance of winning. So Leicester versus Brentford, we might not go there, and you can see percentage chance of winning is more to Brentford away, most definitely 45%. Arsenal, West Ham, no chance of West Ham winning there. Bournemouth versus Wolves, at least some 17, but higher on chance of Bournemouth winning at home, 58%. Fulham, Palace, Fulham, but there is potentially a chance of draw at 28 and away win at 26. So maybe they're more balanced there in terms of Palace game. Ipswich, 48%. Spurs winning. And Southampton, really Brighton, 60% away win against Southampton. So I believe Southampton, Leicester more in terms of we agree on that position. But after looking at this odds, man,
I think what's the is that what I just said just now flies against this, because I said that Leicester City have no chance, and it looks like Leicester City have the best chance of winning amongst all the table bonus options. Leicester City, West Ham, Wolverhampton, Crystal Palace, Ipswich, and Southampton. Leicester have the best chance at 27.5%, which is the highest. Yeah, even Palace winning away is only 26%, is lower. Yeah, West Ham, no chance 18, Wolverhampton 17. Ipswich not bad, 24, and Southampton is the worst at 16.
I just want to share form Leicester lah. If let's say you just want to think about that, Leicester has been losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only one win out of 10 game, all lose. So we're going to go for Leicester.
Well, it's interesting. You look, especially you compare that with Southampton. You got Leicester City are at 19th, playing Brentford at 11th. Southampton are 20th, playing Brighton at 10th. So it's just one above the other kind of thing, you know. But the difference is so bad. Southampton 16%, and Leicester City they popped it as not a bad chance.
So before we go more in depth, maybe we just mention, should people go like us, Slot or Emery, go safe this week, or come on, man, this is our last chance for AMG, just go for it.
I want to go for it, honestly.
Okay, understand.
It's just, yeah. I mean, if I can either get
Nothing.
10, 8, 9, 10 point, 8, 9 points for a
8, 9
week,
points. See, 8,
or
9
safe,
points.
yeah, or
20 points.
or 20 points or 0 points. So the difference is 9 points, which I feel it's worth taking the risk. I'm not too, because I do feel the rest of my team is okay. It's going to be tough. It might be a tough week this week, because given Liverpool against City, it will throw up. There'll be a lot of variety. So it won't be just the AM chip that has the variety, but even the captaincy.
Yeah, captaincy, yeah. I think later we touch on captaincy.
There's going to be plenty of variety this week.
Variance for this week. But I just want to mention, man, would you take a hit to change a manager? I think that's another question people looking at.
Yeah, so it's a problem with my team, but I'm not keen at the moment to take a hit. I'm on Emery. So. Emery's on 0.8, but all these guys are all 0.8 or 0.5. So it's not
yes.
Yeah. So, but it does. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it does mean that I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I really don't see myself going safe. Yeah. And Emery is a staying with Emery is a risk.
Glasner at 0.8 million. So if you want to go for Palace, you go for Nistelrooy or any McKenna is 0.5.
0.5.
So if you want to go for Wolves, you 0.8. So no issue there.
If I had a slot for Wolves, it would auto. I would have auto it. Yeah, it wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be a question. I would have gone for Pereira and just go for it, even though I have Kluivert myself, but I have more faith in Cunha. So
maybe we just sum up your top 3 ranking in terms of who would you go first, and I share mine.
Okay, so first would be Pereira, followed by I guess McKenna, and then Glasner.
Fair. I think if I want to go this, I want to go for home team. So if I want to go there, I think I have thinking that prior to this week that Ipswich could be an option, but at that time Spurs form are terrible. But I think they are better. But I think there is opportunity because Spurs is still an inconsistent team, and who knows, right? Ipswich can, because Ipswich are down there. They want result and they will fight each game. So I feel Ipswich has a better fight over Leicester and Southampton. So I might go for McKenna because I think I want to take a shot and I will not take a hit for this. So 0.
So your argument is basically the same as those who are similar to those who are looking at going the AM chip in the later stages where everyone's fighting to try to get a win, and which is where upsets might occur. And as we mentioned, Ipswich seems to be the team that has the ability to upset teams. Good luck.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if, let's say, people like slot AM right now, will Villa result change? Maybe suddenly Liverpool win 3-0 and Man City lost big against Real Madrid. Could that change my mind? Maybe. But the feeling right now, I think McKenna, maybe second Glasner, and then the Wolves. But I want to take a shot because my rank is different. I cannot be playing safe.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see myself doing this table bonus, going for a table bonus AM, and just going for it. Yeah, it's just that I wish it was Vitor Pereira. That's all.
You can still do that by
taking a hit,
doing some transfer, or you have to take a hit. Okay, right.
Yes,
no,
I have to
I
take
won't
a
do
hit.
that. Let's go to other topic. I think we already deliberate so much.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Talk about the second question, because we already touched about that. Gakpo replacement and also Amad 5.5 million. Gakpo 7.6. If we talk about Gakpo, Afosz also in that situation. Replacement to Mamush, Cunha, or I'm not sure people going forward if you already take him out, but I'm not sure about that. After maybe Mamush or Cunha and both play and Gameweek 29 blind game week. I think I should show the fixture outlook first because that is the first topic I'll share, but we already jumped in so deep depth right now.
Yeah.
You could easily go for any bottom midfielder. I think that's what people should do, right?
Yeah, Amad to any Bournemouth midfielder. Although the risk is what I mentioned earlier in terms of who's going to score at any point in time. So that's the only problem that you'll have. Other than Bournemouth options, it's
you can go the Arsenal midfield Nwaneri if you want to go there.
Yeah. So if you're the type who loves loves the well, I don't know how much longer they'll be that hospice if they continue to be consistent. Nwaneri does well, then definitely you can move to these people. But I'm just trying to think of any player that jumps out. Crystal Palace, Mbeumo, if you have the money to stretch for Mbeumo, it's a possible option, obviously, if you don't already have him.
Minte, you did mention Minte, maybe.
Yeah. Minte, I'm not sure about his. The problem is that City, Brighton are really inconsistent, but the matchups are not bad because Southampton first. So that's already a great start, and then followed by Bournemouth at home, Fulham at home. So Bournemouth and Fulham theoretically, although they are not the easiest matchups, but they are at home. So I think Minte or even Mitoma could be optional. I think that Minte probably has the better goal scoring pedigree compared to Mitoma, because Mitoma will be more on the creative side. But in terms of
slightly higher, 6 million plus, so you have to find money.
Yeah, so Brighton's fixtures are overall not bad. And the only red that they have based on the FPL FDR is City in Gameweek 29.
We can show the fixture ticker if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, so they don't blank in Gameweek 29 either. So that's a plus as well, for those who are looking to navigate it without a free hit or that kind of thing. Okay, so that's the question with Amad. So you want Wolves, in terms of Wolves have the best fixtures. I didn't know that. Yeah, but in terms of the midfielding side, Sarabia, Gomez, it's a bit tough whether they'll be consistent enough to score. So I wouldn't go there. Yeah, so that's why Bournemouth still remains the best for cheap midfielder options. Palace there, it would be nice, but the caveat there is that they blank in Gameweek 29. So which is
I think can we just discuss about the chip strategy, because Gameweek 39 there will be two fixtures that we're gonna play, which is Newcastle and Palace, and also Liverpool and Villa, because Liverpool Villa in play in game week 25, and we know that Newcastle Palace will be in game week 32 there, so you can see a double for that team. So I think there are two strategies, because people also ask, what should do with game week 29? Free hit or no free hit, or dead end your team? I think it's depending on your team. The situation for Afosz, if we can show back, because he has some Palace asset. He has like Munoz, maybe people have Mateta, you have some Newcastle player, Liverpool, Villa. You do not necessarily need to take out your team because you have like 4 transfer or something like up to 29. You could easily free hit in that team if you're heavily on that. I believe that. So for my team or your team maybe, because I have few transfer later, and I could clear those player that would not play in 29 and just that end and wildcard in 30 or 31 or something like that. So
the good thing is that for those of you who have slot, because after game week 26, if it just frees up a space and you don't even need that to spare any transfers, so it's a problem.
Get my money back.
Yeah, and so it's a problem for my teams like myself who have 3 Liverpool outfield players, and we don't want to navigate that blank week without using any chip. Salah is if I was doing a free hit, if I'm not free hitting, then you have to decide who's going to be on your bench. So Salah, definitely.
So you could actually take out Salah and find it for Haaland, maybe. That's what people are also thinking. But if let's say you have a lot of investment already in Salah, the same goes for Isaac. People might, like yourself, you need to think whether you need to keep Isaac, because it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. So let's say for myself, then Salah, TAA, Rogers, who has just come back to my team, Salah, TAA, Rogers, and Zoboslai. So I got 4. And Isaac 5. It's quite a bit, but not too bad. It's doable. So it's possible to go get there without using a chip and just benching Salah, Isaac, and TAA. Yeah, Soboslai and Rogers. I mean, it's possible to get rid, or even bench Rogers and still have a fully functional team. But with it's an optimal team, because Salah, as you say, locks up a lot of money.
Yeah. So it's depending on me, but there's few ways how to skin the cat, right? So I think it depends on our team, especially if you're heavy. I think if you're heavy on those players who blank in game with 10, so just free hitting in that week, and then after that getting all those players. Can you imagine like Palace against Southampton in 30? So you have Mateta, Munoz. You got that.
The following week,
Same goes for Newcastle. They have Leicester. Sorry, is it Brentford and then Leicester? So
Palace play Southampton, which is like
Sandwich there, Ipswich and Southampton, just nice. So I think that's so you do not need pening kepala. It's the penalty. If you're heavy on that free hit, no problem. Then you navigate the team. So I think you play up front what you have. I think that's the reason. Don't overthink. Not many game left, right? 10, 12 weeks, I don't know.
Still got 14 game weeks left.
Yeah. Fair. So captaincy top a bit. Game week 26 point prediction from Fantasy Football still has Salah as the top scorer for this week, which is, we know everyone gonna go Salah. But if they say anyone want to go against Salah, this could be the week, because they're playing away to Man City, and Man City so-called in form right now. So other than that, I said Palmer, Haaland, and Dango here. But the conversation right now is Mbomo. So what do you think, man?
It's a tough one.
It's like, going safe for AM. Pergilah. AM pun you all out, captain pun you go out. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, yeah. Now, if we go for Dango that's going to take balls, I'm surprised he's there. That's someone who wasn't even a regular starter up until a few weeks back, and because of injuries. So you bringing him in. The thing is, Haaland, I'm surprised the ownership is still quite a bit at 27, but I don't know whether these Haaland owners, how many are in the top ranks.
Ghosting.
But City versus Liverpool, and if you want to play that game, because City and Liverpool are the last match of the week on Sunday night. So if you don't mind waiting, because you may be on the red arrow and hoping that it will get you on the green arrow.
The last match of the week, just nice.
But it all depends.
And another narrative is, if you're going for Mbomo, they're playing first this week.
Yeah, but
and if let's say Mbomo blank is
Friday night,
and you imagine Mbomo blank, sakitnya. Sabtu Ahad kena tunggu.
They cannot get through the week. They have to all the Salahs all blanking. They don't want the Friday night match, right? Palmer is interesting because Villa also have more injuries, you see, which makes this Liverpool chances of winning
not great right now, so I'm not sure people want to do that.
It's a gamble, but the thing is, people are reluctant to sell off Palmer despite him not doing well. He's just locking up because we feel that past history has shown that he can suddenly randomly turn up.
If you see back the fixture ticker, because Chelsea after this Villa they have Southampton and Leicester, so at home. So
if anything, it's only after the last game that they want to look at selling. Arsenal, Spurs, but
it's tough, right?
It's a really dark horse pick, for those of you who go for Palmer, because it's just like, when do Chelsea play? Chelsea play on the last match of Saturday night. That's not so bad. For me, I'll probably be asleep and wake up to see, oh my God, did he do anything?
Should captaincy should go safe or go for it?
What's safe?
Means safe Salah, right?
Salah, is that safe? Is that against City?
I think so. I think that is the default. People will go for Salah.
Okay.
And Liverpool might return. Anything, Salah will be in the mix.
My approach to my risk element right now is that I will probably go for Salah as a safe per se, because my AM is going to go all out with a pick. So
I think that's logical because your rank is different. But I might go all out this week. It could be a captaincy.
Both for AM and your captaincy.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Just go for it, and let's go to our team, man. So at least we can talk more.
Yeah. Let's
okay. My team, I have 0.2 million, but crucially, I have 3 free transfer. I have some options. What should I do this week? Captain right now on Mbomo. I want to go big this week or go really fail this week. I'm not sure. I'm cheap on slot. So I could, if I want to take a shot at table bonus, like I mentioned, slot to a McKenna. And I already have some eye to get some Bournemouth player in. And I think, even though people say that TA still have chance to produce point, they play Southampton after that means they have Man City, Newcastle, and Southampton. People look at Southampton could be there, but you just never know. That 2 weeks where, and Bradley could actually play that game if they want to rest TA, give some rest, right? I think that potentially can happen. So I think my TA times is up. You gather whatever point from the Liverpool game. I have changed him to Kirkus. The Bournemouth, they play in Gameweek 20 anyway. Nice entry point at home against Wolves. Despite Wolves are also good team, but at home, Bournemouth is a beast. Kirkus has potential upside. He's playing on the left flank, and that free funds for me. That's the most important thing, because then I can upgrade Enzo to Clivert, 6 million from 4.7. So then that extra money to upgrade Ndiaye in future for Mamouche or Cunha. So I think that's how my tactics will be. Might not be this week because you're playing Liverpool, and then I have some decent midfielder in front, and I could use another. I will use three transfer: Kirkers, Clivert, and then slot to say McKenna. If I think I want to keep slot, then maybe I roll the transfer or use say tiba-tiba Aston Villa really not perform, Rogers to another Bournemouth midfielder. I mess up on Bournemouth, Clivert, then go, anyone can go there. So I think that's probably what I'll do. What do you think, man?
I mean, yeah, I mean you have the good thing is you have 3 transfers, so you have space to play around with. And Mbeumo, who wasn't in the top 5 just now in terms of the captaincy, and you already have him, so which is I think is great. Yeah, so in a way, I mean, captaining Mbeumo against Leicester it's quite a, I wouldn't say it's considered safe, I guess so, because Leicester can just concede. They held off Arsenal for a long period, but Arsenal's attack was depleted. Brentford's attack isn't. The main cogs are there, so I think I will say that captaining Mbeumo is a safe and great pick already enough for you, so you don't have to try elsewhere for that, because whoever, even if Salah scores, I don't think it's going to be much difference from Mbeumo. If you really want, if it's you want all, of course you captain Palmer. But Palmer is so not going to be a popular captaincy option despite that poll.
Definitely.
Because Chelsea are all over the place at the moment. Yeah.
So I think that's my plan for now, but we'll see come Friday.
Okay. I mean, you still have Enzo there, so that's.
I think the Enzo is definitely I have to address. His price pun dah jatuh sampai 4.7. Very itchy to get me out. Definitely.
Play Michaelenko ahead of Enzo.
Fair, but Enzo need to go. So I want to both one midfielder. And
okay, yeah. Just sell, okay lah.
Clivert ada 2 double digit already return, hat-trick, and is it 13 points? So you just never know. Again, Wolves, Clivert suddenly pop up with another hat-trick, and I didn't do that move. I would definitely be mad to myself. All right.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Go to your team, mate. Much interesting because some manager will be in your position because you have Emery.
Yep. So I only have 1 transfer. And Emery is the biggest question here. To be fair, I have a few questions actually. So I got 3 Liverpool players playing against City. So do I want to keep Szoboszlai, or do I want to try putting Pedro in and hope he starts? That's a tough one, you see. In fact, I'm so not into Pedro that I even feel that I'd rather play Aït-Nouri ahead of Pedro at this point in time. So Guardiola, of course, I will keep him on the bench. That one's not an issue. So assuming I don't try my luck for Mbeumo, then the only transfer I will make will be Emery. So Emery sold to McKenna or So I'm hitting Sa on the bench there. If he wasn't there, it would be so much easier. So it's really McKenna or Glasner if I want to go to that route. That's it. And I may not make any changes to my main because I only have 1 transfer. So it's just a question of who do I bench. Yeah.
Yep. If you have Michaelenko, I would definitely suggest that. But maybe Aït-Nouri is. But I think you play the Liverpool players. I definitely think you just never know. Liverpool perform at the very best against City, and Szoboszlai could score a goal. I think you play those Liverpool players.
Hopefully that decision will become easier after Zoboslai scores a hat-trick tonight. So yeah. Then no issues.
Yeah. But if you want to play Pedro, that would be tougher.
It's too risky now that he didn't even start in the Premier League. So
if let's say you start Pedro for who?
Zoboslai.
I don't think I like that because Pedro
Yeah,
is not, because Pedro is not secure, so let's definitely play against City.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's tough. Or probably it can Chelsea form not bad. Just stick with Emery. Maybe that could be, although you do not have table bonus thingy, but you can address your player.
No, I already told you I want to go all out for the
Okay, all right.
Okay. So yeah, it's not gonna be there.
All right. Okay. No question. So I guess that's it for our stream for Gameweek 26, man.
All right. Let's for everyone. Let's see how the games tonight. If I randomly wake up, let's see. Both for Liverpool's game as well as the City game, especially. Because both teams will play each other. Just a reminder, the deadline for this week is a Friday night, so we haven't decided. We're probably likely to stream actually. I don't mind because I find Friday night deadline streams are fun. And I at least I've had a bit more time to think about compared to last week where it was just like so. Yeah, so now it's a case of waiting to see, and of course injuries will play a part, especially for those who like the Ipswich Spurs game. Finding out the injury news for Spurs, could go a long way to determine who your AM pick would be.
Fair. All right. Thank you guys for joining. Do hit the like button and subscribe to our FPL Jedi YouTube channel. Until then, see you soon. Bye.
Bye.